What's up, LIVFIT fam? Welcome to your Reformer Jumpboard workout. Today we are going to keep props super light, so make sure you have a light, squishy Pilates ball. It should be completely weightless, a set of medium hand weights, and then a magic circle. For today's machine, I will be using a Balanced Body Allegro 2. If you have a different reformer, just so you know my setup, I have 3 red springs, a blue spring, which is a medium spring, and a light yellow spring. If your reformer is set up differently, just know that I'll be cueing throughout heaviest spring, medium spring, and light spring. Why don't we get started with a nice big stretch? Bring your left foot to the floor. We're on the left side of our reformer. Our hands can come to the jump board. You're gonna glide back into a nice big lunge with the right foot up against your shoulder block. We are on one heavy spring right now. Take a big inhale with the nose, take a baby back bend, open up the chest, and then just start gliding in and out through Eve's lunge. Tucking the tailbone, rounding the spine, and gliding back out, big inhale. Almost like you're doing a cat-cow stretch. Tuck tailbone, round the spine. Inhale to lengthen back. Press out into the hands, keeping that knee elevated or grounded, whatever feels good for you. One more time. We're waking up our hips before we get started. You're gonna glide back and then start to send your left leg straight, driving that heel down, toes up. Straightening out that front leg, taking a nice big split stretch. You can drop your hands down towards the side rails if you like for a deeper fold. Big inhale through the nose. And then slowly start to bring that foot back to the floor. We're gonna pivot hips and toes towards the carriage. Take a nice big inhale, elongate through the right leg, open the hips, and then fold across the carriage. Grab onto the side rail for an inner thigh stretch. Hang out here for a moment. Take a body scan, nod your head yes. Shake your head no, loosen up any tension in the jaw. Take one more big inhale, send that right leg a little bit further out if you can. And then come back up to standing. Because we're jumping today, we're gonna be using a little bit more of our hips. I want you to get your hip flexors nice and awake. We're just gonna stretch side to side. So take your left foot to the block, take your right foot to the floor. We're on the other side of a reformer, hands to the jump board, glide back, inhale. Exhale, tuck tailbone, round the spine, taking those Eve's lunges, but really articulating the spine to give yourself a little extra stretch as you open. And then rounding the spine as you close the carriage. Let's do 2 more here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to round. Last time, let's hold. Keep that left leg nice and straight. Straighten out the arms. Start to extend out that right leg. Heel to the floor, toes lifting. Coming down into that split stretch. Option to drop the hands down to the side rails for a deeper engagement. Feeling the hamstring opening up. Inhale. Exhale, release. Start to peel that foot back to the floor. Pivot hips and toes back towards the carriage. Stretch out that left leg. Take a nice big stretch over the carriage. Hands to the opposite side rail. This is our last big hip opener stretch before we get into dynamic work. So really take a body scan here. Send energy and breath into the areas that need it most. Exhale, let it go. One more time. We're gonna begin jumping in just a moment. And then softly start to stand it up. I'm gonna have you add a medium spring to your red spring. So we should have 1 heavy spring, 1 medium spring. If you're on a Balanced Body Reformer, 1 red, 1 blue. And we're gonna make our way onto our backs. Head in the headrest, shoulders in the shoulder blocks. You're gonna scoot your hips down so your feet are nice and grounded on the middle of the jump board. I want your arms to start by your side. Make sure that your spine is nice and flat to the mat. Your belly button is driving down towards the floor, and we're gonna start bending and straightening those legs. So it's a little bit of a heavier spring load here. I want you just to get to know that sensation. Exhale to press, inhale to bend, and then whenever you're ready, start to float into your jumps. Inhale, bend, exhale, jump. Inhale, bend, exhale, jump. Trying to connect those heels to the jump board every single time. Pointing the toes as you jump. Make it pretty. Yes. Hitting the same foot position every time. Inhale, bend, and jump. You have 5. Exhale, jump. 4. Starting to feel it in the quads. Last 3, 2, and last 1. Now you're gonna straighten out your legs. Bring your hands behind your head. Come onto your tippy toes. You're gonna keep your legs stick straight. Little bunny hops. So legs are straight, you're bouncing softly off the balls of the feet, trying to drive those heels down towards the jump board. You're gonna feel this in the deep core. Exhale, jump. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest in 1. Bend the knees, arms back down by your side. Bring your heels together, toes apart, Pilates V. Take a deep bend, exhale, jump. Now we're jumping in Pilates V, which means we need to keep our heels glued together as we float through the air. Inhale, bend, exhale, jump. Knees are going wide over the middle of the feet. Exhale, jump. You've got 8. You've got it. Starting to warm up the legs. 7. Exhale, jump. 6. You've got it. 5. Last 4. 3. Back to bunny hops in 2. And last 1. Now straighten out those legs. Stay in Pilates V. Hands behind the head, curl up. Gaze down to your belly button. We're gonna take those little bunny hops, keeping the heels connected. Exhale, jump. Rhythmic breathing here. You've got it. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little footwork there. Come back down. Let's take our feet wide. We're in a sumo stance plie squat position. So toes are out on an angle. Heels are inward. Arms are back down by your side, grounding that spine to the mat. Bending, inhale, exhale, plie jump. Inhale, bend, exhale, jump. Firing up those legs. Exhale, jump. Pointing the toes, make it pretty. If you want more of a challenge, you can take a little straddle jump as you jump through the air. So setting the toes a little bit wider than the jump board every time you jump back. Bending the knees over the middle of the feet. You have 8, 7, exhale, jump. 6, you've got it. Stay with me. Last 5, 4, 3, almost there. 2, last 1, back to plie stance. Feet are nice and grounded, hands behind the head, gaze down to your belly button. We're gonna take straight leg jumps. Get ready, bunny hops. Start to jump, hitting the same position on the jump board every single time. Spongy feet, exhale, jump. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Bring your feet to the edge of the jump board, just windshield wiper side to side. Woo! We should feel that in our legs. You should feel it a little bit in the feet. Working hard to stabilize through the feet when we jump. And when you bring your heel to the jump board, you're really stretching through the calf, so it's good for your legs overall. Windshield wiper one more time. And then when you're ready, we're gonna grab our Pilates ball, staying on a red and a blue spring. So grab your Pilates ball. Again, squishy, weightless, that's the key. We're gonna go into some single leg jumps, starting with our right leg. So make your way to your back. Left knee is at tabletop, right foot is on the jump board. We're gonna rotate across, so our right elbow is connected to our left knee through the ball. Twisting in like a bicycle crunch position. You're gonna start just bending and straightening that right leg. Single leg jumps, and then when you're ready, you're gonna start jumping. Exhale as you jump, keeping that chest rotated towards your left side. Exhale, jump, pointing the toes. Exhale, jump. Single leg, so you're feeling this in the quad. We're waking up the obliques. You have 8, 7, 6, so spicy. 5, 4, last 3, 2, and last 1. You hold. Softly land, straighten out that right leg. You're gonna now just crunch across, rolling the ball towards your left side. You've got it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, second round, shorter set, bend and jump. You've got it. Lower and lift, pointing the toes, keeping that left leg locked in tabletop. Knee aligned with the ankle. 4 more. Last 3. You have 2. And last one, land softly, straighten softly, and then last set of crunches here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back through center. We're gonna take a little intermission before we go into the other side. So legs to tabletop, hover the feet over the jump board. You're gonna take that ball, both hands on the ball, ball is on the thighs. You're gonna exhale, press, seal the spine to the mat, and then inhale, soften. You're gonna feel this in the deep core. Exhale, press. Inhale, soften. Exhale, press. Let it go. Feel the rib cage knitting together. Exhale, press. You have 4 more. Big inhale. Use the inhale to fuel the power of the exhale. Last 2. And last 1. Draw that belly button in towards your spine. Soften the hands. Left foot to the jump board. Right elbows down. Left elbow into the ball. Your right knee is at tabletop. We're gonna prepare going into that other side. Get ready. Bend. Exhale, jump, pointing the toe as you float through the air. Remember, we have 2 rounds here. Try to keep that gaze twisted towards the right side of the room. That's when you know you're gonna get that oblique engagement. Exhale, twist. You got it. 6. Last 5. 4. 3. Strong through tabletop in the right knee. Last 2. And then hold in 1, soft bend in the knee, extend, and now twist across for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Second round, bend and straighten. Jumping through the air, making it pretty by pointing the toes. Exhale, jump. You got it. Shorter set. 6. Last 5, 4, 3, last 2. And last set of pulses in 1. Softly land, straighten that left leg. Little twist for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come back down. If you lost your ball like me, don't worry about it. It happens. Softly rock side to side. Loosen up that spine. Great work, team. We are going to rock ourselves up and switch off of our red spring or heavy spring and just have 1 medium spring. So we should have, if you're on balance body, 1 blue. If you're on any other reformer, 1 medium spring attached. I'm gonna place my ball off to the side and we're gonna get into some flying lunges. So left foot on the floor, right foot goes back. If you're a beginner for flying lunges, watch me a few times and then jump into it. It does require some coordination, and once you get the hang of it, it'll be so much easier. So just like before we were stretching, take a nice big lunge. The key is we're on the left side of the machine. Your left foot's on the floor, your right leg is going to be straight the whole time. Hands are nicely planted on the jump board. Take a big inhale, lunge. Exhale, draw your left knee into your chest, hover, and then stretch back into that lunge. So see how my right leg is actively straight the whole time. That left knee is drawing in towards the chest on the exhale. Slight tuck of the tailbone, rounding that spine, pressing into the hands. You want to catch some air time here. Pausing at the top and land softly toe to heel. So this is equal parts legs and core with a little upper body stability. You have 6. Exhale, crunch, and land toe to heel. 5. Yes. Last 4. It's fun too. Last 3. Exhale, crunch. Last 2. And then last 1, we're gonna switch it up. Now instead of the knee going into the chest, your left knee is gonna go across your midline towards your right elbow. So activating that oblique. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Use the inhale to fuel the lift. Finding a little levity at the top. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, twist. 4 more here. Exhale, twist. Last 3. 2. And last 1. Now I'm gonna break down this last move. We're gonna go into arabesque jumps. So instead of the knee on the left side coming in towards the chest, your left leg is going to swing back. It doesn't have to be super high. You're gonna squeeze your left glute and then land toe to heel. Exhale, squeeze, and then land toe to heel. So kicking that left leg back as your right leg drives forward. 5 more. You got it. 4. Ooh, this one's spicy. 3. Last 2. And last one. Make it count. And then land. Drop that knee down. take a stretch, great job. You can take a nice supine twist if you'd like. Those are so fun. And if you wanna try them on a lighter spring, the lighter you go, the more challenging and the quicker it's gonna be. So next time, whatever you feel like is right for you. Inhale, open the chest, send the leg back. Feel free to take a split stretch if you need it. And then softly bring your knees in. We're gonna wake up the upper body now, so grab your ball, place it between your hands. You're gonna kneel to the very edge of your mat, hips to heels, so sitting down on the heels. Your ball is gonna go between your palms. The key is here, you want to make sure that the carriage never crashes. I know the first few tries can be a little challenging, but try your best not to crash the carriage for the sake of your machinery and just overall making sure you're doing the move properly. Starting with the ball in the top middle part of the jump board. Straighten out the arms and bend the elbows. Your ball is a shock absorber. Your ball is catching the reformer jump board first, every time. So once you're ready, you're gonna start propelling yourself back, catching the jump board, softly bending the elbows, shock absorb. Exhale to press, inhale to softenly land. Exhale, press, inhale, land. Straightening the arms. So again, your arms are straight when you're hitting the jump board. Let's do 4 more here. This is gonna wake up the deep core as well as the upper body. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Now we're gonna level this up. Option, you can stay exactly where you are. If you feel like you're not getting enough air time, do not try to rotate here. When you're ready, you're gonna exhale, press the ball, rotate like a lighthouse towards me or the screen, wherever you are. Exhale, twist. So you're rotating the ball at chest level, coming back around every time. Hips are on your heels. Your right shin is aligned with the edge of your mat. Exhale, twist. You have 5. Exhale, twist. Wake up those obliques. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Give it power and land softly. Awesome job. We're gonna take this up a notch. Feel free to separate your knees a little bit so you have a little bit more room to lift up. And the key here is if you're lifting your hips off your heels, your core needs to remain super strong so you don't tip forward. I'll demo this move. So do the same thing with the arms. Exhale, you're gonna lift up off the heels. So little lift and then come back around. Twist and come back around. You have 5. Exhale, twist. Eyes following the ball. 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Come back around, take a breather. You can place that ball between your knees, interlock your hands behind your back and just stretch out the chest. Stretch out the arms, take what you need, interlock, tip side to side. Arms are nice and warm now. All right, getting off our upper body, keep your ball and come down to your left side. Option here, you can place your ball underneath your ribs and come up to your left forearm. Your right foot goes on the jump board. Or scoot your hips down, place your ball in the headrest, use it as a little pillow, and then you can jump laying all the way flat. It is more challenging to be on your forearm. You have to use more upper body strength and stability. So just keep that in mind when you're choosing your position. Place your ball wherever you'd like it. Right foot is on the jump board at hip height. Toes pointing towards the left side of the room. Your right hand can go on the shoulder block. Left hand also wrapped around, nice and lifted through the chest. You're gonna start bending and straightening that right knee. Left leg is bent underneath you, anchored. Inhale to bend, exhale to straighten. And we're gonna start jumping, pointing the toe, get ready, and landing toe to heel. Trying to connect that heel to the jump board every time, same foot position. And you might be saying, this feels kind of light. We are on 1 medium spring, but this will build for sure. It's the best workout in my opinion. I love a jump board workout because you're getting low impact cardio and you're also getting nice low impact resistance training all in one. So if you have the need in your day to do a little bit of both, this is the perfect workout for you. Exhale, jump. Inhale, land. We're gonna do 4 more. High repetition, low weight. 4, 3, keeping that right leg lifted. 2, and last one. Now we're gonna add a little leg lift. So you're gonna point your toe lifted above the jump board and then land. Exhale, lift and land. Keeping the right hip stacked over left. That's the key. You don't wanna wobble the right hip behind you. Keep it nice and stacked over that left hip, which is anchored on the mat. Last 5. Exhale, lift. 4. Starting to feel it in that outer thigh and glute. 3. Woo. Last 2. And last one. Now we're gonna sweep that leg forward, keeping it at hip height, and then catch the jump board on the landing. Exhale, kick forward. Try to keep that right leg straight. Sweep forward and land. If you want to make this more challenging another time, you can add a light resistance band around the thighs here. It is so spicy when you do that. Last 4, 3, 2. We're going to kick it back in 1. Get ready. So instead of sweeping forward, you're going to send your heel back behind you and land toe to heel. Kick back and land. If you're on your forearm, I want everybody to check in here. Are we lifted through the ribs? Is the ball squished, or are we just resting our ribs on it? Check in. Pretend it's like a small little animal. You don't want to crush it. You just want to give it some shelter. Last 3, kick back and land. Last 2. And now we're going to go around the world. So watch me. We're going to go kick up, land, kick forward, land, kick back, land. So you're drawing like a triangle with your big toe. Up, forward, back, and then back up. We're doing 4 full sets. You got it. Kick forward, straight leg. I know, we're probably shaking a little bit here. Land. Last 3. Kick up, forward. We get a nice break for legs after this. Kick back. 2 more full rounds. You've got this. Lift, forward, back. Last time. Kick up, make it pretty. Kick forward and kick back. And then once you land, give yourself a nice hip shakeout here. Let it go. We have 1 more round, different movements while we're on our side, and then we're gonna move on. So this time you're gonna extend your right leg over, so your right arm over, so your bicep is hovering over your ear. You're going to then bend and jump, bring your elbow in, connecting through center. Jump, exhale. Jump, exhale. You got it. 4 more. Little upper body here. 3. Last 2. Elbow to knee. Last 1. And then land. 1 more shakeout. Great job. Just a little finisher there. Swing your legs around. And you're going to take a little figure 4 stretch. Right ankle over left thigh. Lightly pressing into your inside of your right knee to just give your hip a little bit more of a stretch here. Oh, feels so good. Take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Okay, shake out that leg. We're gonna get back into some upper body, make this one a little bit more fun. Get the heart rate back up. Place your ball out of the way. You're all going to straddle your carriage. So we're kind of sumo straddling, toes are at an angle, chest is nice and proud, and we're gonna hover the hips over the mat. Hands to your shoulder blocks. Hips are nice and hovered, chest is proud. That's the key. You don't wanna be too pitched forward. You wanna be nice and stacked, shoulders over hips, and hips hovered over that mat. We're gonna throw and catch your shoulder blocks. Exhale to throw, inhale to catch. So like you're flipping a tire. Keeping that chest proud. Exhale as you release the shoulder blocks from your fingertips. We're doing 6 more reps here. Exhale, throw. Waking up that chest, that back, and that core. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Catch the shoulder blocks. Realign. Arms are gonna go over your head. You're going to pulse down to the hips in that sumo squat for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to the shoulder blocks, chest proud. Round 2. Exhale as you release. Inhale as you bend. We're doing 8 reps of each. You've got it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Catch, hold. Arms overhead, lift your right heel off the floor. Pulse down into those hips for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last round of throwing. Get ready, throw and catch. 7, make it big. 6, I know. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, back to your squat position, arms overhead, left heel, last set of pulses here. We're shaking. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hips to the mat. Great job, you guys. Shake it out. Do a few shoulder rolls here. Let it go. And take it to the front. We're gonna whip ourselves around here. Get into some deep core work, a little intermission before we go to the other side. Knees up against the shoulder blocks. Hands to the side rails, scooping through your deep core. Bring your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. All you're gonna do is soften your hips, glide the knees back. Exhale, tuck tailbone, round the spine. You're gonna feel this. Whew. It's hard to keep this one. Exhale, drive the belly button in. You're gonna feel it in your deep core. If you find that you're using your quads or using your arms to pull yourself in, just try to do less with those muscles and isolate your deep core. You're tucking your tailbone, rounding the spine, drawing the knees in towards the wrists, using your abdominal wall. Kegel at the top, pelvic floor activating, and soften. You got 5 more. Exhale, knees in. Inhale, soften. Last 4. Inhale, soften. 3. Last 2. And last 1. Exhale, crunch halfway in, halfway out. Little crunch for 8, 7, 6, 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a child's pose, hips to heels. Stretch out the arms. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Let it go. All right, and we're gonna sit ourselves up and get into a little inner thigh work. So we did a lot of outer thigh with those jump board exercises. We're not gonna use the jump board for this one, but we are gonna use our light to medium hand weights. So keeping the upper body active while we're firing up those hard to reach muscles in our inner thighs. So let's take our right knee to the mat. Knee and ankle are up against your shoulder blocks. I call this one Captain Morgan. You're gonna bring your left foot to the side rail. See how I'm making that kind of Captain Morgan pirate stance in a right angle here. We'll start with arms to a broken T. You're gonna draw the carriage in, use the inner thigh to bring that right knee in towards your left heel, and then soften. Exhale, squeeze, and then soften. You're gonna start to add the arms out to a T. Exhale, broken T as you squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, in. You're gonna feel this one so much. Isolate, inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. 4 more here. Make sure you have a nice grip on that side rail with your left foot. Last 3, shoulders down and away. Last 2. And we're gonna switch up the arms on the next one. Flip your palms towards me, lift up, arms overhead. Now, you're going to draw the knee in and then lower the hands. Exhale, press, squeeze. Inhale, soften, hands behind the head. Exhale, press, squeeze. So every time you're exerting, it's an exhale. Inhale as you rest. Exhale, tricep extension. Inhale, soften hips. Exhale, press. You have 3 more here. Woo! Last 2. And last 1. Draw the arms down. And the next set of moves, we'll do a shorter set. This time the foot is on the floor. You're gonna flip your palms towards the ceiling. We're gonna do a bicep curl as you squeeze the inner thighs. It's a little bit spicier. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl. Inhale, soften, yes. Feel the inner thighs. We're doing 5 more here. I know. Last 4. You got it. 3. Last 2. And last 1. And then release. Switch the legs around. If you want to take a little figure 4 stretch, place those hand weights off to the side. A little inner thigh intermission before we move on. Take whatever stretch feels good. Figure 4 is always great for these. Apply light pressure to open up the hips, keeping the chest lifted. And let it go. Great job. Give it a little shake out. We're gonna make our way into some more ab work and then take it to the other side. So your magic circle, if you have one, if you don't, that's okay. You can use your ball. Should have 2 pads on either side. Should be able to activate the inner thighs, pelvic floor by squeezing it. You also have the option to place your legs inside of it and press against it for outer thigh work. Today we're gonna focus on deep core and pelvic floor activation. So we are going to lay ourselves on our back, head in the headrest, shoulders in the shoulder blocks, and then you're gonna place your magic circle, wiggle your way in between your ankle and your knee. So kind of midway on the calf, the pads are up against the insides of that area. Grounding your arms by your side. We're still on that blue spring. Start to bend and straighten those knees. So when you straighten, you're gonna feel a little shaky, again, in those inner thighs that we just worked very hard, pelvic floor and low abs. Your body's gonna wanna lift your spine to overcompensate. Try to flush that spine down towards the mat and keep the arms and the spine grounded through this exercise. When you're ready, we're gonna start to jump. Jump, squeeze the circle, land toe to heel. Jump, squeeze the circle, and land. You're hitting the middle part of the jump board every time, squeezing that circle using your pelvic floor. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, soften. You're gonna feel this in the low abs. Woo. Remember, we're on a light spring, so you might give yourself too much force. Keep it nice and controlled, that jump. It's a light, spongy jump. Let's do 4. Exhale, lift. 3. Last 2. And then last 1. We're gonna take this up a notch. Rest for a moment, watch me. We're gonna now take the legs up towards the ceiling and then land. So you give yourself just enough air time to kick the legs up towards the ceiling, give it a squeeze, and land. Toes first, then heels. Exhale on the lift. Inhale, lower. You're controlling that magic circle using your breath. You have 5. Exhale, jump. 4. Last 3. Whoop. Last 2. And last 1. And then straighten out those legs and take a nice big bend. Great job, you guys. Grab your circle. You can take this and use it as a stretching tool as well. Put your foot into one of the pads and just give it a little tug. Stretch out the backs of your legs here. Feel free to take it out to the right side. Open up that hip flexor. And then take it to the left side. Do a little IT band stretch here on that right leg. And we're gonna make our way into our other side in just a moment. Left foot in the circle. Stretch out the hamstring. Take it to the left. Ooh, feels so good. It's like a Peter Pan stretch. Take it across the midline. Anchoring that left hip down as much as you can. And then back to neutral. Release. Great job, team. Place that magic circle off to the side. We're gonna grab our ball and make our way back into those upper body exercises. So I'm just gonna keep my props close by here so they're easy to reach. We're gonna flip over to the right side of our carriage. So I'll be facing away. Again, I'll be cueing you through this whole thing, staying on that blue spring. The key here again is you wanna make sure that left shin bone and left knee and ankle are at the very edge of your mat. We're sitting hips to heels to start. Chest is rotated towards the jump board, both hands on the ball. Just start straightening the arms and bending the elbows. The ball is the shock absorber, and so is your core and your chest. When you're ready, you're gonna just start sending your arms straight and then starting to add some light jumps, keeping the chest rotated towards the jump board the whole time for this first set. Get to know this side. We're all a little bit stronger one side to the next, so this side might be more challenging for you, especially if you're right dominant. Exhale, jump. Inhale, catch. Let's do 4. Exhale, press. 3. Last 2. And last 1. Catch yourself on the last one and then prepare for the rotations. Again, totally optional to stay here, or if you'd like to level this up, we're just gonna rotate like a lighthouse, ball at chest level. Exhale, press, twist, and come back around, giving yourself enough air time to come back around the whole time. Exhale, press, twist. Inhale, bend the elbows. Press, twist, bend the elbows. 4 more. You've got it. 3, twist, 2, and last 1. Ready? If you took it on the other side, we're gonna lift our hips up off our heels. Just remember to keep that core nice and engaged, and we're gonna rotate like a lighthouse. Separate the knees slightly so you have a little bit more support underneath you. Get ready. Exhale, press, lift, twist, and lower. Exhale, press, lift, and lower. You've got it. Ball hitting the top middle part of that jump board every time. 5 more. Twist, lift. Last 4. Good grip on the ball. 3. Last 2. And last 1. Awesome job, you guys. Take a rest. Place the ball between the inner thighs. Open the chest. Take a little back bend here. And then fold forward, open that chest. Let the hands go up towards the ceiling of the sky, wherever you're joining me today. If you're outside on a reformer, that's pretty wonderful. I'm jealous. It's like 20 degrees where I am today and snowing. Okay, come all the way up. Shake out the wrists. Place that ball in your circle so it doesn't roll away. We are gonna get back into our flying lunges, staying on that blue spring. Left foot is up against your shoulder block. Both hands to the jump board. Left leg straightens. Take a nice big lunge. And we're gonna bring that right knee into your chest. Inhale, toe to heel, land on the floor. Exhale, you're pressing into those palms, driving that knee into the chest. Again, this is more of a total body movement here. Your legs are moving swiftly. You're activating your upper body to stabilize the top, and you're engaging that deep core to contract at the very top as your knee comes in. Inhale to land. Exhale, knee to chest. 5 more. Exhale in. Pointing the toe. Little tuck of the tailbone. 3. Last 2. And 1. Now we're going to take that right knee across to our left elbow. Swift transition here. Exhale, twist. Inhale, land. Keeping that left leg actively straight the whole time. Exhale, twist, rotate. Inhale, land. Try to get that foot to land in the same position every time. 3 more. Last 2. And last 1. Now prepare for arabesque. Reset. New moves, new mindset. Remember to keep that left leg straight. You're gonna inhale, lengthen. Exhale, kick back with the right leg, squeeze the right glute. Exhale, lift, squeeze. Land toe to heel. Lift, squeeze, toe to heel landing. You got it. 5 more. Woo, heart rate is elevated. 3. You got it. 2. And finish strong, last 1. Kick up, land, lunge. Woo, drop that left knee. Feel free to take a little split stretch here if that feels good. Hands to the side rails. Heel down, toes up, and we can also take a nice supine stretch here. Open the chest, reach the hand back, and then take it to the other side. Hand to the jump board, expand, rotate. Woo. That one will get you. Heart rate is up, mood is elevated. You should feel so strong after that sequence. Okay. We're going to get back into our outer thigh exercises. So if you use the ball as a cushion for your head or right underneath the ribs on your forearm, grab it We're gonna come onto our right hip bone. I was on my forearm, so I'm gonna balance it out, keeping the ribs nice and rested, not reliant on the ball. Right forearm is down, or you're laying all the way flat. Left foot on the jump board. Start bending and straightening that left leg, keeping it at hip height. And when you're ready, you're gonna start lightly jumping, pointing the toe, landing toe to heel. Inhale, as you land, exhale, jump. Remember, it's high repetition, low weight. So again, it might feel easy right now, but trust me, you'll feel it towards the end of our sequence here. Exhale, jump, and land. 5 more. Toe to heel landing at the same position every time. Last 3, 2. Let's add a little kick in 1. We're just gonna lift that leg up towards the ceiling, point the toe, and then land. Exhale, lift, and land. Lift, and land. Not too big, just a little lift. Straight up to the ceiling, keeping that left hip stacked over right, keeping that right knee anchored underneath you. 3 more. Last 2. And then 1. We're gonna kick forward now, sweep that big toe out to about hip alignment and then back to the jump board. Keeping that leg lifted to hip height the whole time. Exhale, kick forward. Inhale, land, toe to heel. 5. Last 4. You have 3. Squeeze. Last 2. Woo, feeling it. Last 1, now we're gonna kick back. Heel leads, you're kicking back, straight leg. Toe to heel land. Exhale, squeeze. Fire up that glute. Exhale, squeeze. 4 more here. Last 3. 2. And last 1. Now we're gonna draw that triangle. Kick up, land, kick forward, land, kick back. So try not to wobble those hips as you extend the leg forward and back. We want to keep it nice and anchored, even if it means the range of motion is less, that's okay. We have 4 more full rounds. Forward and back. 3, kick up. Exhale, jump, kick forward. Kick back. And 2, woo! How we doing? Left glute feeling it. Kick back. Last full round, make it count. Up, forward, back, and land. Give yourself a little shake out. We have that little knee to elbow exercise after this to finish on this side. When you're ready, you're gonna bring your arm out. You're gonna jump, bring your elbow to knee, and then extend the arm in the landing. Exhale, crunch. Finishing set, make it count. Exhale, crunch. 4 more. You have to give yourself a little bit more air time to bring that knee into the chest. 3. Last 2. And last 1. Oh my goodness, give it a shake out here. Swing those legs around. Let's all take a figure 4 stretch together. You can bring your left heel over your right knee. Apply some light pressure. Let the hips soften and stretch. Just breathe. We're gonna do 1 core work exercise before we move on to our inner thighs, and then we'll get into our final sprint. We are in the home stretch team. Stay with me. Take a nice big stretch here. Okay, this one is one of my favorites for deep core. You're going to scoot yourself up, place your ball kind of at your middle low back area. But first, let's put the straps on over our thighs like a pair of pants. So your long loop is going up over your thigh bone, about 5 inches above your kneecap. Feet on the headrest. Now scoot your hips down a little bit so that ball is in the middle upper back area. We're gonna start with upper ab curls, hands behind the head. Take a little back bend here, look at the jump board, exhale, curl up. If you've taken my mat classes before, this might seem familiar. Abs on the ball are some of my favorite exercises to do for deep core engagement. And if you hear my voice getting a little shaky, it's because I'm doing it with you and it's a doozy. Inhale over, exhale, crunch. Try to find a little levity at the top. You're gonna draw the rib cage together as you exhale, and then take a nice big stretch on the inhale. You have 3 more. Just a little ab break before we get into our inner thighs. Last 2. And then on your next one, hold. Keep your chest lifted. We're gonna bring your legs to tabletop. Option, you can do one leg at a time or both legs up to tabletop. You're gonna now take your left elbow across to your right knee and then come back through center. Left elbow to right knee and back to center, just that one side. Left elbow, right knee, extend. 3 more here. Your core is quaking over the ball. 2. Last 1. Hold, and now bring your feet to the headrest. Baby back bend over the ball. We're taking a little break before we get to our other side. Take a moment to prepare. Inhale. Let's lift up. Back to tabletop with those legs, I know. And now it's right elbow to left knee, back to center. Exhale, twist, back to center. 5 more. 4. Last 3, extend. 2. And last 1. Oh my goodness. Bring your feet to the headrest. Baby back bend over the ball, stretch. Awesome work, team. We're gonna go into one more move. We're gonna come up to your forearms, fingertips towards your hips, both legs to tabletop, reach one leg out, and then back in. One leg out. The lower you go, the more you're gonna feel it in the low abs. Extend and bend. 5, 4, you got it. 3, last 2, and last 1. Feet down, windshield wiper, side to side. Diabolical, those, especially with the ball, even by itself, that one's spicy. Okay, feet out of your loops. Slowly close your carriage. Hang up the loops on your pegs so they're out of the way. Ball off to the side. We're going into our inner thighs, so you're gonna grab your hand weights, one in each hand, and we're gonna take it to the other side, Captain Morgan. Left knee behind, wrapping around those shoulder blocks. You're gonna bring your right foot up to the side rail, scoot it out so you have a nice range of motion here, and you're at that right angle. This time, we're gonna take those weights to our shoulders, and you're gonna do an exhale overhead press, squeeze the carriage, inhale, soften. Exhale, press, squeeze, inhale, soften. This is our last move before we get into our final sprint, 60 seconds. You've got to exhale, press, inhale, bend. Last 4, exhale, press, and soften. 3, get a good grip on that right foot. Last 2. On your next one, hold. All right, tricep dips just like before. Soften, hands behind the head, exhale, extend. Inhale, bend the elbows, soften the hips, exhale, squeeze the glutes, arms overhead. 6 more here, and then we take the foot to the floor. Exhale, press. Inhale, bend. Last 5. 4, exhale, press. Last 3. 2. And last 1. Big extension, lower the weights, right foot to the floor. This time we're gonna do a hammer curl. Foot is at a slight angle, shoulders stacked over hips, hips over knees. Palms facing you, squeeze, hammer curl, hands to the shoulders. Inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, soften. We have 6 more, shorter set here. Woo, last 5. Getting deeper into that inner thigh engagement. 4. Last 3. Almost there. 2. And last 1. And slowly unpretzel your legs. We are going to place those weights off the side. If you need to take a figure 4 stretch, you could also do a nice quad stretch. Whatever you need here to get your body feeling good going into our finale. I I love to end a jump class with a 60-second sprint. So I am gonna grab my stopwatch here just to hold us all accountable and make sure we're not going over. Okay, let's get prepared. You're gonna add a heavy spring to your blue spring. So you have one blue, one red if you're on balanced body. Otherwise, one heavy, one medium. I'm getting my stopwatch open. Okay, make sure I can see it. All right, team. We're gonna start. Both feet on the foot bar, or sorry, on the jump board. Tuck yourself into a comfortable position. Head in the headrest, shoulders in the blocks. Ground your arms down by your side and start to straighten out those legs. I'm gonna count you down. We're gonna start with spongy feet, high knees. You're switching yourself. Get ready. We're here in 3, 2, 1. 60 seconds on the clock. We're doing high knees, spongy feet, toe to heel as you land. Find a pace that's sustainably challenging. We're here only for 60 seconds. Grounding through that tailbone. Let's see, we are already 20 seconds in. Let's see if we can pick up the pace a little bit. Spongy feet, spongy feet. Spine is strong. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Let's go, pick up the pace. Let's see it. All right, you're almost there. Less than 30 seconds, give it your all. Sprinting to the finish. Get that heart rate up. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Heels to the foot. You got it. 6. Woo. We have 10 seconds. Make it count. I'm gonna count you down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Cross that finish line in 1. Slowly just start to come back down to a light jog. And then bring both feet to the jump board and bend your knees. Wow. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. Turning my stopwatch off. You guys crushed that jump exercise. We are gonna end with a nice big stretch together. You deserve it after all that good work. A little cardio, a little sculpt, a lot of fun. Grab your long loops. Put your feet into the straps. 1 foot at a time. Just bring the arch of your foot into the strap. All right, just let the legs dangle overhead for a moment. A little legs up the wall. All that lactic acid, all that energy, just let it release. Keep the tailbone heavy and then start to ground your arms. And we're gonna draw big circles up, down, around. It's gonna feel so good in those hip flexors after all that inner thigh work. All the way up, down, and around. You got it. This is our first of many jump exercises. Personally, it's my favorite to teach and my favorite to take as a Pilates instructor. So I hope you love today's flow. Please DM me, leave feedback. If there's anything you want to see more of for reformer workouts, I am so open to your feedback. It is a very new category for the app. So would love to hear from you. Reverse that circle if you haven't already. Up, down, and around. Sweeping exhale as the heels draw together. Inhale as you separate the feet. One more in this direction. Oh, I could be here all day. It's the best. Bring your heels together, toes apart. Bend the knees into the chest. Exhale, frog stretch. Heels out on an angle. Bend the knees wide. Exhale, send the heels out towards the top of the jump board. 2 more here. Exhale, press. Last one. All the way out. All the way in. Let's bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide in butterfly. Feel free to give those cords a little tug just to deepen that stretch. Keep the heels at hip height. And you're just gonna hang out here for a few breaths. Let the inner thighs expand, let the knees soften. And then when you're ready, let's take one leg out to Peter Pan. Keeping that opposite hip bone heavy and grounded on the mat. Feel that stretch. Feel free to rock side to side. And then take it opposite foot out. Heel in, keep the hip bone heavy. Oh, this feels so good. And then slowly start to bring both feet in. If you'd like to take a straddle stretch, you can take both legs out, or if it feels better to do happy baby, grab onto outer sides of the feet and just rock gently side to side, loosening up that low back. Breathe. 3 more. 2. And last one, arms by your side. We're all gonna be in short spine. So we're gonna, nice big inhale, take those toes over the head, up into a candlestick position, grounding your arms, sending the legs over the head as far as you can until you can't go any further. And then drawing those knees down, rolling like a ball, slowly 1 vertebrae at a time. Exhale, press the feet out. And repeat, inhale, sweep the toes slow, 1 fluid motion up into your high candlestick, tipping until you can't go any further, drawing the knees down, rolling like a ball on the exhale, big push out. 1 more time, all together now. Toes up, lift into your high candlestick, lengthen, feel that big stretch, draw the knees down, roll like a ball, 1 vertebrae at a time, legs out, and then bend the knees in. You are done. Feel free to take your feet out of the straps, or if you want to stick around and stretch for a little bit longer, by all means, go for it. If not, thank you so much for being here on the Reformer today. I hope you loved your workout.